Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixie Land. My name's Amy. I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We're in the NIV, and we are in Judges, chapter 6. Chapter 7. We did chapter 6 last video. Chapter 7. Gideon defeats the Midianites. So the judge, Gideon. Now, a judge in this case is like a leader that rises up and, convinces everybody to, act right and follow the Lord and do what he says. Early in the morning, Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, and all his men camped at the spring of Harod, Harod. The camp of Midian was north of them in the valley near the hill of Moreh, Moreh. The Lord said to Gideon, "You have too many men for me to deliver Midian into their hands." Too many men. In order that Israel may not boast against me that her own strength has saved her. Announced now to the people, anyone who trembles with fear may turn back and leave Mount Gilead. So 22,000 men left, while 10,000 remained. But the Lord said to Gideon, there are still too many men. Take them down to the water, and I will sift them for you there. If I say, this one shall go with you, he shall go. But if I say, this one shall not go with you, he shall not go. So Gideon took the men down to the water, and there the Lord told him, separate those who lap the water with their tongues like a dog from those who kneel down to drink. So those who scoop the water up, and they get to go fight in battle. But if you actually get on all fours and try to lower your head to the water, you don't get to go. Because I don't know how else you would lap the water up like a dog, right? 300 men lapped with their hands to their mouth. All the rest got down on their knees to drink. Okay. The Lord said to Gideon, with the 300 men that lapped, I will save you and give the Midianites into your hands. So just hold on a second. There were 10, so there was a lot of people who, when they got down on when they were told to drink water, they get down on their hands and knees and lap like an animal. Just, I need you to stop for a second and just picture that with me. Because what? Because I think if you did that these days, that would probably be reversed. That number would be reversed. That's just what I'm thinking. Okay. The Lord said to Gideon, with these 300 men that lapped, I will save you and give the Midianites into your hands. Let all the other men go, each to his own place. So Gideon sent the rest of the Israelites to their tents, but kept the 300 who took over the provisions and the trumpets of the others. Now the camp of Midian lay below him in the valley. During the night, the Lord said to Gideon, get up and go down against the camp, because I'm going to give it into your hands. If you are afraid to attack, go down to the camp with your servant Purah, P-U-R-A-H, and listen to what they are saying. Afterward, you will be encouraged to attack the camp. So he and Purah, his servant, went down to the outposts of the camp. The Midianites, the Amalekites, and all the other eastern peoples had settled in the valley thick as locusts. Their camels could no more be counted than the sand on the seashore. So that's a lot of animals. Gideon arrived just as a man was telling a friend his dream. I had a dream, he said. A round loaf of barley bread came tumbling into the Midian camp. It struck the tent with such force that the tent overturned and collapsed. His friend responded, "This can be nothing other than the sword of Gideon, son of Joash, the Israelite. God has given the Midianites and the whole camp into his hands." When Gideon heard the dream and its interpretation, he worshipped God, as well he should. He's like, "Oh, they're afraid of me." He returned to the camp of Israel and called out, "Get up! The Lord has given the Midianite camp into your hands." Dividing the 300 men into 3 companies, he placed trumpets and empty jars in all the hands of them with torches inside. Okay, so that makes more sense. With torches inside. "Watch me," he told them. "Follow my lead. When I get to the edge of the camp, do exactly as I do. When I and all who are with me blow our trumpets, then from all around the camp blow yours and shout for the Lord and for Gideon." Gideon and the 100 men with him reached the edge of the camp at the beginning of the middle watch, just as they had changed the guard. They blew their trumpets and broke the jars that were in their hands. 3 companies blew trumpets and smashed jars. Grasping the torches in their left hands and holding in their right hands the trumpets they were to blow, they shouted, "A sword for the Lord and for Gideon." While each man held his position around the camp, all the Midianites ran, crying out as they fled. While the 300 trumpets sounded, the Lord caused the men throughout the camp to turn on each other with their swords. The army fled to Beth Shittah, Shittah. I'm not trying to be a potty mouth. That's just, sorry. Towards Zereah, Zereah, and as far as the border of Abel Meholah, Meholah, near Tabbath, Tabbath. Israelites from Naphtali, Asher, and all Manasseh were called out, and they pursued the Midianites. Gideon sent messengers throughout the hill country of Ephraim, saying, "Come down against the Midianites and seize the waters of the Jordans ahead of them at Beth Barah, Barah. So all the men of Ephraim were called out, and they took the waters of the Jordan as far as Beth Barah. They captured 2 of the Midianite leaders, Oreb, Oreb, and Zeeb, Zeeb. They killed Oreb at the Rock of Oreb, and I'm guessing that's why it's called the Rock of Oreb, and Zeeb at the winepress of Zeeb. Okay. They pursued the Midianites and brought the heads of Oreb and Zeeb to Gideon, who was by the Jordan. So by the time they pursued them and killed them, Gideon had caught up. Isn't that just a fascinating little story? And the next video takes us more on a journey with Gideon. So until the next video, friends.